Hello guys, this is your boy Chuchu Sammy. Um, I would like to share something with you guys today concerning Transferwise, also called Wise. Now, a lot of you are familiar with Transferwise. If you are not familiar with Transferwise, Transferwise is a money transfer service now turned into a e-wallet, like a bank, yeah, an e-bank. Not a full bank anyway, like an e-bank. Now, what they do is they hold money for customers, enable customers to make transfers worldwide, money without borders. You can send money while you are in UK. You can send money to someone in Australia at relatively very cheap rates, extremely cheap rates. You can convert your currency to the receiver's currency at the cheapest rates that you can find, even cheaper than bank rates. Are you getting me? So you get banking services at an extremely cheap rate. That is what Transferwise does. Now, it is very useful for businesses and individuals, especially freelancers who deal with people internationally, who deal with clients internationally. So, but a lot of people have had issues with Transferwise blocking their accounts. Some of them claim it was blocked for no reason at all. Some of them claim, it just happened. Some of them did something and Transferwise blocked their accounts. Now, the first thing I would like to note is that Transferwise would never. This is the Transferwise app. So, let's wait for it to open. Hold on. Right. Now, you can see the cheap fast way to send money abroad. It is 8 times cheaper than high street banks with hundreds of hundreds of currency routes to choose from. Yes, you can hold 50 plus currencies and convert between them in seconds. You will always get the real exchange rates and the low fees we are known for. And lastly, they are trusted by millions. I think they have about 16 million users, if not more, worldwide. And they are fully regulated, so your money is safe and secure. Now, from this, you can see Transferwise is a very useful app. But why would they block people? Why would they block people from using their service? After all, they're a company and profit is, they are a non-profit company, so they should want to make profit. Blocking people is counterproductive. But they are a regulated company, like we say, and the regulated companies have regulations to follow. So the first thing I would like us to know is Transferwise would never block your account for no reason. Yes, they would never block your account for no reason. Now, I said for no reason. I didn't say you did something wrong. Are you getting me? I didn't say you did something wrong. Now, if they block your account, they picked up something. Usually suspicious activity. Now, what we mean by suspicious activity is not necessarily illegal activity. And this is how it is. Once a bank opens an account for a customer, or a financial institution, a cryptocurrency exchange, once they open an account for a user, they need to classify the user or the customer. They need to classify you based on your risk level. Your risk level is just talking about how much of a risk are you to them. Because if you take illegal steps using the accounts that they open for you, it could cause legal problems for them, either in the hands of the government or in the hands of other people. organizations, individuals. Now, it would be stupid for a bank not to place measures, are you getting me, to protect themselves. Any organization would take measures to protect themselves from legal issues. So once they classify you based on your risk level, and the next thing is to monitor your activities. Monitor your activities, get some information from you. It's also referred to internationally as customer due diligence, CDD. You can look it up. Now, it's regulations by international bodies, Europe, US, UK, almost all the world, So, according to these regulations, after placing you on risk levels, getting information from you, also known as KYC, know your customer, they have to make sure you are not a money launderer, you are not a terrorist financer, and you are not doing any activities that are illegal in your country. Because if you do so using the account, they could face legal consequences. Now, Transferwise cannot monitor. I'm using Transferwise as for you to understand what every bank does. Transferwise cannot monitor every individual. They can't monitor every individual's behavior in the account. So they need to have a software in place, algorithms that can monitor transactions. Are you getting me? They monitor your transactions based on your risk level, based on your wealth, based on your net worth, if they have that information. Now, on checking your accounts, if they notice some activities that is not usual, or activities that look like the kind of activities that sponsor illegal activities, say in your country cryptocurrency is illegal, and then you are noticed to be sending and receiving money from people frequently. Are you getting me? It raises a flag. What relationship do you have to those people? If they can't find a relationship that you have with those people, you become a higher risk client. Now, no bank will want to have a higher risk client except you are paying them huge amounts of money to keep your account. And even in those situations, they have to know what your activities are and make sure they are not illegal. Are you getting me? So, as a result, they increase your risk level and perform what they call enhanced due diligence. Watch your activities again. Know what you are using the money that you are spending. Know what you are using it for, the money you are receiving, where you are receiving it from, the source of your wealth, your explanation concerning your transactions. They will contact you for that or ask you questions on that. Are you getting me? In some cases, they might not ask you questions on that. They might just check your references, the references in your transactions. In other words, what are the reasons for the transactions? Now, on doing so, they try and protect themselves from whatever it may be, if it is illegal. Are you getting me? Now, if they can't find any explanation for what you are doing, the first thing they do is to contact you. Are you getting me? But before contacting you, they need to place an hold on your transactions. In case it is illegal, so it will not continue, they need to place an hold on those transactions. On placing an hold on those transactions, they contact you and ask for the reasons. Or they may not ask you for the reasons. They may not even contact you. They may check your transactions themselves. Now, this could take some days, some working days, because, well, you're not the only customer that they have, and you're not the only customer that they would be doing that for on a daily basis. So, on checking those things, if they notice that, well, it seems this guy is doing something that we may not like, it may not be something that is legal in his country, or not something that is that is agreeable with our terms and conditions, or if they notice that, well, this guy, it's a risk, but it may be financing terrorism or it may be a money launderer. Let's say you are a politically exposed person and you could be bribed, and then you are receiving huge sums of money from people. Or say you are an individual and you are receiving huge sums of money or frequent transfers from people all over the world every blessed day. If you are doing business with your personal account, at least there should be a limit on the amount of customers that you'll be receiving daily. If you are receiving a huge volume of transactions, I believe you should have a well-established business in those countries, and you should be able to open a Wise business account, which Wise can vouch for those transactions. So if they see, wow, we can't explain this thing, the first thing to do, place a hold on those transactions, block the user, and carry on investigations to make sure that all is in order. Now, in making sure all is in order, the first thing they want to do is to make sure they find out what you are doing. What are you doing with the money you've been transacting with? Now, on finding out what you've been using the money to transact with, they want to find out, okay, is it illegal? Do we need to report this person to authorities, to the police? Now, if we don't need to report the person to the police, are there legal implications in the person using an account created with us to transact? Are we going to have any legal implications, whether in the short term or in the long term? Because some of the things you use your accounts for could cause serious issues for them in the long term. I would use a Nigerian bank, for example. In Nigeria, the use of banks to facilitate cryptocurrency transactions is illegal. And recently, the Central Bank of Nigeria found out that a particular bank in Nigeria did not block a customer's account even after the customer was found to have used his bank account to facilitate a cryptocurrency transaction. Now, we don't know how much the guy or the said customer, we don't know how much the customer transacted with, but the Central Bank of Nigeria fined that said bank for not blocking the account of the user. They fined them about 5 million naira. Now, 5 million naira is about $8,000 at the present black market rate in Nigeria. It's about $12,000 at the Central Bank of Nigeria's rates. Now, look at that. The said person might not have transacted with more than, say, $10, $20, $50, or maybe even $100. But here it is, the bank is being fined 5 million, $10,000, $11,000, $12,000, just because they did not block the guy's account. Now, the said party may not even have the money to even pay the bank for their losses, which means it's the bank losses. Are you getting me? Transferwise will not want to put themselves in such situation, because imagine if 1,000 people are in that situation, or they are losing millions of dollars. Are you getting me? So, what do you do in order to avoid the situation? What do you do in order to avoid their algorithm, their system picking up on your account as a risky business for them? Now, the first thing is you make sure your transactions are transparent to them. Are you getting me? Make sure your transactions are transparent to them. Whatever you use your account to do, if you are going to receive money or you want to send money, before you do it, let them know beforehand. okay, this is what I want to use this money for. I'm expecting so amount of money from so person that wants to buy so thing from me. This is the invoice that I've sent to the person, or this is the invoice that I received from the person. Whatever it is, let them know beforehand. Now, if they've picked up, okay, they can't say they don't have any reason as to why they blocked your account. If they already know what you are using the account for, even before you use it, it puts them in a safe corner. It puts their mind at ease. Are you getting me? Because you are not a customer that they can physically go and see at home. You are not a customer that you can easily come to their branch. They don't have a branch. Are you getting me? So you can't go and see them. They can't come and see you. It is online, so they can't vouch whatever you are doing. Are you getting me? So let them know beforehand. Always try and keep constant communication with them. Now, secondly, if their system picks up on suspicious activity that you are doing, that is, if any of your activities seem suspicious to them, they will first send the warning. They will send the warning to your mail, which is why you must always check your mails. Always check your mails. Are you getting me? So they will warn you, and it is left to you to reach out to them, let them know what you did, why you did it, if you will do it in future. If they are to expect things like that again, let them know. Are you getting me? In most cases, if you check your account, you would notice that they've given you warnings already, but you chose to ignore those warnings. And in fact, in most cases, the warning is just one. Once they give you that warning on your mail and you didn't look at it, maybe because you are not the type that checks your mail frequently, whatever happens, it's on you. Always make sure to check your mails regularly. Are you getting me? Now, lastly, I said you should try and keep your transactions to the barest minimum. They would inform you of whatever you do. Inform them of whatever you do. Keep your transactions to the barest minimum. Inform them of whatever you do. And the second point is that you should check your mails regularly, because you would receive warnings. Now, and if you receive warnings, you make sure that you inform them of your activity, and if they will tell them if they should be expecting it in the near future. Now, the third point is that always make sure that you are not using your Wise account as an actual bank account. In other words, try not to store money up there every time, because if you put all your money on Transferwise and they now block your account, it's going to put you in a very, very difficult situation. Are you getting? Because it could take a lot of time, a lot of appeals before you get your money back, depending on what you used your account for. Now, having said that, if your account is blocked, what do you do? Now, if your Wise account is blocked, the first thing to do is you go to wise.com. Let's go there. You go to wise.com/contact. Let's wait for it to load. So now we will ask you to log in for personalized support, but you won't be able to log in. So you just go down and you go to login in. Are you getting me? So you'll see some options here. There is the email option, there is the chat, there is the call. You choose your language and then you pick whatever it is. So send them a message, and then you wait for them to reach out to you. Are you getting me? So, like I said, contact, and then logging in, and then email. So that is it. Now, another thing you could do from this help section here, you can click in trouble logging in. So and here you click my account was deactivated, and then you submit an appeal. Are you getting me? So we said if your account has been deactivated, you can make an appeal to get general information, ask for your money back, ask to reopen your account. It's easy to make an appeal. You just need to file a simple form. It is the only way for your account to be reevaluated. Our team will be in touch after you've submitted your appeal. So now, if your account is blocked, Wise is not going to tell you the actual reason why they've been blocked, and that is because of the way they were regulated, the way they are regulated. Are you getting me? If they tell you why they blocked your account, and the governments find out, the government regulating them find out that you were tipped off, it is going to cause legal issues for them. It is not that they don't want to tip you off, it is that they must not tip you off. None of their staff must tip you off. None of them at all must tip you off in any way or the other as to what exact reason your account was blocked for. Are you getting me? Is to make sure the investigations are not tampered with. Are you getting me? Now, the second thing is, the moment they have an issue with your account, they will report it to their regulatory authorities. They will report it. Are you getting me? So it is not just about them anymore. It's about them, and it's about the authorities regulating them. So if your account has been blocked, you submit an appeal. Now in the appeal, make sure you tell them the truth. Tell them what it is you've been using the account for. That way it will keep the appeal as short as possible. If you give them extra work to have to find out themselves, since you are trying to play them like ball, and you don't want you are trying to play them like ball, you don't want them to know what you are using the account for, they will still do their investigation. In most cases, they already know, but they want proof. They want proof, they want a confession. It will take them more time, it will take them weeks, it will take them months for them to conclude their investigation if you are not saying the truth to them. So just tell them the truth of what you've done with your account, whatever it is. Always try and keep evidences of all your transactions. Keep evidences of all your transactions, charts, invoices, so that they can know exactly what it is that you've been up to when they need it. Now, if everything you give them checks out, they will conclude their investigation fast and proceed to refund your money back. Now, here is the issue concerning refunding the money. If the money you received was from your own account, they are going to refund it back to your own account. If you receive money from outside Wise to your Wise account at the time when it was blocked, they are going to refund that money to the account where it came from. In other words, let's say a person bought goods from you, he has paid you already, then Wise blocked your account when after he paid you, and the person has taken the goods back. Now, Wise is obligated to send the money back to that person, refund the person, not you. They won't send the money back to you. Are you getting me? It's a case of okay. If a customer scammed someone and the person has already sent money to the Wise account, and then they blocked the Wise account, if they have to send the money, they won't send the money back to the scammer. They will send it to the victim. Are you getting me? They are not calling you a scammer. But to ensure transparency, they will refund the money back to where it came out from. There's nothing you want to say. There's nothing we want to say. They won't refund the money to your own account, because it is not refunding in that situation. Are you getting me? Now, lastly, well, if the money is yours, they will send it to an account of your choosing that bears your own name and not any other person's name, your full name as it is on your Wise account. So if you know you want to get your money back if your account was deactivated, tell them the truth, give them proof of the truth you are saying, plead with them, let them know the urgency at which you need the money, and they would proceed to act fast. In most cases, they will refund it back in 2 working days, maximum in 4 working days. You will get your money back. Are you getting it? But if you want to play them, they will play you. If you want to hide some things from them, they would delay you because they have an investigation to carry out. If you are truly innocent, like you say, and what you are saying is still not checking out with what they are saying, they will still need to carry on investigation, and as a result, you are leaving them with more work, which means they will take more time in doing it. So please just tell them the truth. Are you getting, and you'll get your money back. That is going to be the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe and smash the like button. I would make more, it will encourage me to make more videos like this in future. And please drop a comment for me, tell me what you think about the video. I'll be in the comment section responding to all your questions. Thank you and have a wonderful day.